Welcome to the Uncomfortable Three-Way Podcast. I'm Dick.
I'm Alvin.
And I'm Matt.
And tonight we're going to be talking about success and business and things of that nature. And
So pretty much what you want to talk about is like what it takes to become successful, or what's actually involved in it, or society's standpoint.
I'm saying I'm a bum, right? But I have mad potential, and I've been just wasting my potential, and I want to be successful. I figured out what I think I want to do now, and that's open a business. And now I know what kind of business I kind of want to open, and now I'm just saying, what do I need to do? What kind of steps does it take to get there? Well,
I mean, if you go by like the modern day stuff, I mean, business plans. Everybody needs a business plan, whether you actually go out and get a plan and sit down and like come up with some stuff like a financial advisor, or if you sit down and just come up with one on your own. I mean, all of my scheming was done at the kitchen table.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
You kind of plan what to expect and
Yeah.
what you hope to expect.
absolutely. And it all depends on your business that you go into and what your actual end goals are. I mean, do you just want to be self-sufficient and have the bills paid every month? Are you trying to become like that 1% status?
I want to expand. Of course, if I open up one business and I do like really good, I'm gonna be like, well, let's do another one.
Yeah.
See, I would be more in the situation to do it for fun, to helping the people out, to get my financial life to where it needs to be, and I'd be good and happy with it.
If I want to do it for, I want to do it
I
for
wouldn't
both.
really try and go way above
Yeah, like,
because I wouldn't expect that.
would you
that
like
would not be in my business
But
plan.
like one business or 10 businesses, or
Yeah,
you
what's
want,
your
like, 3?
what's your limit?
Like,
yeah.
if you
I
had to
would probably
guess.
have 2, maybe 3, and then
No,
and cap
okay,
it.
yeah, no,
Like,
that's
it.
where I'm
I don't
at.
want to go bigger than 3.
That's where
3
I'm at.
and
Like
cap it.
three
I'll be
businesses,
happy.
that'd be. Whew.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
one business, I'd be happy right now. But
It's also about the amount of hours you want to put in, because when you think about it, like
Good
having
point.
multiple businesses, you're now talking that
Yeah.
and like most people who are their own business person, like they do their own shit and everything around the way, and instead of working 40 hours a week, you're talking 60, 80. When you go home and you go sit down to eat your dinner, your phone's still buzzing. Like contractors,
Right.
let's be real, if you go open a contracting business,
Oh yeah, it's
like
going to be
literally from
continuous.
7 o'clock in the
Boom,
morning
boom,
till
boom.
8 and 9 o'clock at night, they're
And
talking to people.
you've got to pick them up, especially
chasing
when you're just starting
employees.
out.
Well, that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons I wouldn't want to open up a restaurant, for instance. Dude, if you own a restaurant, like, bro, you are fucking on call when you open that bitch up 24/7. And restaurant people are the worst.
every business
Nobody
you would
wants,
need to
but
be
see,
on
nobody
call for.
wants to come into a restaurant. People hate it. I want a job where people don't really mind coming into work, so I don't have to worry about that. And it's a
So
simple job.
one of the things
Food's
that
a
I
lot
ran
of
into-
stuff.
I ran into the issue. A lot of people see my business and they see what we do here, or when we're hanging out, where we have downtime, we're sitting there watching TV, just messing around because there's no customers here, or everything's clean, everything's put up, so we can sit down and take a minute. Everybody sees that and they expect that's what the job is.
Right.
That they're going to show up to work and they're going to sit down in front of the TV and they're going to get paid all day to sit there. I had one guy that I hired who was a very intelligent guy. Like, he was talking about opening his own cell phone repair business. And the dude was showing up, and he'd show up 10, 15 minutes late. He's like, oh, it's not a big deal. People aren't there yet. And then he would get here and would sit on the couch for, 2-3 hours. And, like, I'd be standing there as the business owner helping the customers. And this dude's just, like, sitting there thinking, like, that his job just involves him sitting. And that's not how it flows. So I literally had to fire him. I was like, dude, you're a cool guy. I like you and everything. But, like, you need to go find somewhere else to work because I'm not going to pay you to sit here.
Granted, I'd be showing up late sometimes. I showed up late today or yesterday.
Well, yeah, as a business
both,
owner,
actually.
Right.
As a business owner, though, you can't do that. You can't be late.
Right.
Okay, in 8 years, I've opened this store late twice.
Right.
And when I say I opened it late, that's because somebody who I'd hired didn't show up for their shift, and I literally had to drive 45 minutes from the other side of the county to get here to open doors. And I was mortified at that. Like, that hurt me.
Yeah, no, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because I mean that's how people look at you. Hey, they're not even
Yeah, you don't care about your own business enough to show up on time.
Right. No, that definitely makes sense.
And they don't
People
care
talk,
that if a customer or if an employee didn't show up, that's not their problem.
No.
Yeah.
So
Not at all.
that's why, like, for us, I tell everybody they need to be here at 8:45 in the morning.
Right.
You need to be here 15 minutes before open, because if I'm sitting there and I look at the cameras and 15 minutes before opening they're not here, the latest I'm going to be open is 15 minutes.
Right.
Because I will haul ass from the other side of the county to here. So, I mean, it's all about how much you want to put in on that level. But like I said, like we were talking about the 1%, $890,000 puts you in the top 1% of the world for having assets. If you have literally, 150,000, that puts you in the top 10%, or 93,000 puts you in the top 50 or 10%. And then having $4,000 in your bank As far as worldwide population goes, you're a rich man. You're over half of them.
If you have
What
like
do you think about that? Like that's kind of sad.
nah, yeah, it's not a lot. Well, and the thing is, I
Well,
feel
mean,
like
you have this trip that you just planned that literally you spent what 50% of the planet doesn't have
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
a week-long vacation. I did the same thing for when I go up to North Carolina to go up there to Gatlinburg. It's literally going to cost the Airbnb I booked is $4,200 just for the Airbnb.
See, I
That's
mean,
not-
I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. I'm out of that either because like I'm about half you. Whenever I just decide I want to up and go to Biloxi.
Yeah,
and I do that maybe
you
once
would-
a month.
Yeah, you went to a casino and $1,000. I mean, when you think about that, that's quarter of what the world doesn't have.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, so on a realistic level, like when you think rich, I mean, having a house paid for in my mind and having a car that's paid for, that's set. Like that's 100% set. And whether that's a $60,000 house
Yeah.
and a $20,000 car, that's 80 grand.
And that's what I
Yeah.
want. I just want that security. Like if I can have those two things paid for, and because look, then the thing is, I'm forgetful, bro. I'm forgetful. That's one of the reasons I don't have a credit card. I don't make payments on a car. I don't do anything with payments. I pay straight up with cash because I'm forgetful, and I know a couple days will pass by, and I'll go, oh shit, I didn't pay my fucking car bill
So-
last month. Oh, I don't want to have to worry about them coming and taking my fucking car.
So-
It's not really my
Yeah.
car.
And
I
let's be
want
real.
things that are mine.
As a business owner, I'll be honest, I'm a forgetful person. I forget a lot of shit. Okay, Alvin can vouch that I forget shit left and right. My car is on auto draft. It comes out of my account automatically every month. I can't forget that. My car insurance, auto draft, takes it out. My phone bill, auto draft. I don't even know what day of the month they take these things. I have no earthly idea because I have the money in the account and it just goes out. All right. I set myself an allowance of what I'm supposed to spend, and let's be real, there's weeks where I just blow through my allowance and say, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. I don't care. Like last week when I was buying all of my man toys, because we can't say certain things on here without being demonetized, YouTube. But
Yeah, we definitely have that now, don't we?
yeah, exactly. We have to
Tone
stay
it
and
down
yeah,
some,
we
yeah.
can't be talking about.
Sorry,
some
guys.
And thanks
we're
to
still
you
gonna try.
guys, and thanks to the monetization, we now have ads like that. That was pretty annoying, right? Well, get used to it, because that's what it's going to be like from now on.
you can't curse, Dick.
No, actually, I read the
You
monetization.
can, as long as you can't say the
3
F word 2 times within a 30-second interval, and 20
Oh.
seconds into the video, it cannot be said.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can actually make that happen.
So it pretty much
Like, we-
everything that we've
okay,
made in the past.
we need a
is
light
out.
on our table that like
But it
every
does
time.
limit our monetization. I will throw that out there, though.
All I'm saying is every time somebody
Okay.
cusses, we need to like hit a button and have the light come on.
Yeah, so we can watch
so,
the
so
time.
we know 30 seconds is over. Now we can say it
Yeah,
again.
done.
That's how childish we are here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, so all of my bills are on auto draft. The ones that aren't on auto draft, like my store light bill, okay, Alvin checks on that. And if I forget about it, like he's on top of that.
Internet bill.
Yeah.
Window cleaners. You want to keep going?
Hey, the window cleaner, you can't be helped, man. He just shows up, he cleans the windows when he's here. I don't even know, like he was here a week ago.
Yeah.
He'll be back next week, I think.
Probably. I think it's every 2. Yeah.
But no, I feel like a lot of people settle. A lot of people work the jobs that they know they can get, and then they'll like stay in that career field, and then they'll just work a fucking shitty 9 to 5, and they'll be like, oh, I'll retire by fucking 50 or whatever, and like, well, shit, that's more than half of your life on a good day.
It's comfortable.
But the thing is, like,
it's the thing. It's comfortable, and
Yeah,
there's been
for
times
sure.
with this business where I've sat down and been like, I'm working 10 hours a day
This kinda
on
sucks.
top of leaving here, and then the minute I walk in the door or get close to even being here, I'm getting calls from vendors and stuff like that. Then when I want to go do stuff, I can't because I'm tied to this. All right, where if I got a 9 to 5 job working somewhere else, working 5 days a week, I'm guaranteed to have a weekend. I'm guaranteed that pay. If I show up and do whatever they want, whether it be the bare minimum or if the hardest worker they have, it's 5 days a week. Where
Right.
here it could be 7, or it could be 35 days straight. Or like
Yeah.
when I first opened this,
Yeah.
2 years
Right.
not doing anything other than working, sleeping, working, sleeping, working, sleeping.
honestly, like, I am like okay with that. I really need something to like put myself
Okay.
towards. Because
I
look,
I was your age when I opened this. Okay, you're
22.
22. Okay, so I was 25 when I opened my
Yeah.
business. Okay, and the first 2 years, so till I was 27, I was here literally every single day. All right, I literally wanted to soup on the side myself.
Yeah.
Okay, just to get away from it.
Right.
I was dying for anything to be away from here. I literally cut off all like social contact and everything from most people I knew to now the point is like I have 3 people from my old life that I still talk to.
Right.
And everybody else I know has literally been in and out of here. On a week to week basis, you see everybody I hang out with.
But see, the thing is, I feel like I want something to tie myself to because I'm not religious. I don't really tie myself to a lot of morals. I'm not like I mean I'm just being honest with you like
Yeah.
and
yeah.
fucking need something. I'm gonna spill my fucking head, bro. Like what? Because it's like, what am I doing? What am I working for? Like what's going on? Like I don't want to work a 9 to 5.
What you're saying, what you're saying to me is you need Jesus.
Nah, I need a business to tie myself to, something that I can put a lot of focus in and be my baby. I need something that I can work towards and work on.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
but that's why I'm thinking about it now because I feel like so many people that are my age are thinking about nothing, not what I'm thinking about.
They're on a completely wild level, like we were talking about earlier. All these girls nowadays, they're out here, even young guys, they're out here, they look at, YouTube, they watch these other people on here, or they sit there and watch people on Instagram and TikTok all living these lavish lives where they're traveling and doing crazy things, and they think that's the dream, that's the goal, and it's really not. Like traveling, yes, absolutely. I would love to go see the world.
And I would see it'd be fun occasionally.
Well, let's be real, okay?
But
Between me and our friends who went overseas recently, okay, the monumental difference in our bank accounts is astronomically different, okay? And I'm still sitting here at the point in my head going, I can't afford to do that.
Right.
And people who are half my age, who have half my work experience, who haven't done half of what I've already done with my life, think this is the thing to go do. When they could have taken that money that they went and spent on this lavish trip overseas, and they could have taken that money and built something for their future. Whether it be something as simple as you go out and spend $2,000 on a busted truck that needs a new motor, and then over the next 2 months you save up the money and put a new motor in it, and then sell that truck for $10,000.
Did you say €2,000?
Right.
$2,000.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Like $2,000. you can find like literally, I go on like Marketplace and all types of stuff all the time. All right, you find a busted vehicle, that's a decent thing. Okay, everybody needs a truck that has any type of trade that they do. Okay, you find a busted truck for $2,000 or $3,000. You put that money into it to make it run and drive. Okay, call it $5,000 into it. You flip that truck for $8,000, $10,000 now. All right, and then take that money and do it again. You do that 3 times, and you could open a business.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And yeah, it might take you a year or 2 to do that, but if you save that money and put it back. Motorcycles are the other thing. You find somebody who laid a motorcycle down, buy a new set of plastics for it. Okay, it needs some new foot pegs.
See,
cool.
my thing is like, I do all kinds of things like that, or at least I used to. But my forte is not things like that. My forte is illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I know that shit. Boom, I could do that shit. I could do it all day.
But the thing is,
but
you want legal money, and
that's the thing. I
so,
need to find my route, like my hustle,
okay.
my legal hustle.
The real truth is, everybody who has this whole mentality, like I'm gonna go out and become a drug dealer.
You don't
want to
get. You do that. No, the only reason that you sell that shit is to get out. If you are staying in that shit, you want to be Scarface. Nobody
ever gets out. The money always goes back to the criminal system. It always goes back where they get robbed by somebody. There's always some reason why they never get enough. And the truth is, okay, there was a guy who was a dentist. He put himself through dental school by selling cocaine, okay, completely legal. And then he ended up getting busted 20 years after he graduated because by the time he graduated, he was making so much money selling cocaine on the side that he just kept doing it. And his whole family had no idea that he was doing this. Like, he was super on the down low, but he still got
fast,
busted.
buddy. But it's not security, though.
50, 60 million that this man had saved up from selling cocaine on the side, plus his dental business, and lost everything.
Yep. Yeah.
It took one person narking, and he lost literally everything.
No matter how sweet, no matter how smooth you are, like it's always it's some shit always is bound to happen.
Money comes quick, and it goes just as quick.
Exactly.
You gotta have that, and that's why I said you might not know anything about doing cars and stuff like that right now, but it's something you could do. Odd jobs too. Do you realize that they charge like $3,000 to put a fence up in people's yards?
Yeah.
Okay.
A tree is almost $800 to
For
$1,000
a small tree to cut it out of your yard. And
Yes.
yeah, you have to get insurance and stuff to do this, but those are small businesses that can be done.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be real. In our area, not a lot of people have wood stoves or burn wood in the wintertime. There's still a market here for
Yeah.
chopping firewood.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
yeah.
cut down that tree.
Pallets,
you make
nah, you
$800
can sell
if you own it.
pallets like
Okay,
crazy,
Put it like
dog.
this: right after a hurricane hit, okay, Hurricane Sally hit us. All right, and all them big oak trees fell down, and people were paying the dump to get rid of the wood. Literally by the tons, they were selling this wood to the dump, having to pay to get rid of it. Where if you had a small piece of property, you could have let those people come dump that wood in your property, charge them $10 to come dump as however much every load, $10, and you'd have made $20, $30, $40,000 that way. And then you could have bought a wood splitter and spent the time splitting wood and building a lean-to and putting under it, and then sold that wood for $80 a cord. Are you kidding me? $80 a cord. It takes 2 hours to chop that much by hand. If you're using a splitter, you could do that in 45 minutes. The hardest part's carrying the wood to where the splitter's at. And if you buy a nice splitter, you hook it to the back of your truck and just tow it
I
wherever
don't
you
know.
need
I've
it.
seen pallets of wood. I mean, they don't sell. It depends on the wood, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, okay, let's be
'Cause
real.
they sell for about $80
You-
for a
what do you-
pallet.
What types of wood do you use to smoke meat? Hickory.
Oh well, now that's different.
No,
yeah,
no,
that's
hickory, pecan, which we have a huge
Yeah.
amount down here. Oak.
no.
I mean, literally, you name it, they smoke it with all types of
I
different
guess
wood.
it depends on how you
If-
sell it.
If you knew what type of wood it was and you could feed it through a wood chipper,
Yeah, and make
now,
that
now
type
you
of
have
smoke.
now
or
I can
yeah.
sell it by the bag for $50 or
makes a
$60 a
difference.
bag to smoke some freaking meat.
Didn't think about
And
it
it
that
was
way.
all
Yeah.
free. They were paying to get rid of it. That's just a small business idea, but a lot of people don't look at everything like it's a business. Everything you do in your life is a business transaction. You have to become the business.
You know, I
Whatever
get
that-
yelled at by
Go ahead.
by people
Yeah.
telling me that I try and talk to people like I'm always in a business situation.
It's always a business
Because I'm
situation.
always trying to get something, some sort of return, some sort of something to
Yeah.
always happen.
Nothing's free.
Yeah,
at
and
all.
I see that, but there's people out there that do not see that at all.
No,
like they
they-
feel like you're a bad person for trying to do it in that type of way.
No, every transaction. Okay, let me put it like this. I know this is gonna sound really shitty, but family's the first people to screw you out of money. Okay?
Oh,
And
yeah,
if they need to borrow
buddy.
money,
Yeah.
you better believe if somebody in my family comes and asks me to borrow money, I
There's gonna
treat
be
it like a
stipulations,
business
yeah, yeah.
transaction. 100%. You
Yeah.
want to borrow $2,000 from me? Cool. You could borrow $2,000. I'm charging you 10% interest.
Yeah.
Okay, you have this many months to pay me back a payment of this amount, and every time you miss it, I'm adding this much money on top. If you don't pay me, I'm going to take thus said product from you. Like I helped my brother get a truck. If he didn't pay me back, I'm taking that truck.
Yeah.
I will be just like a car sales lot right here, and I will pull up to your house with a couple of my friends. We will load it onto a trailer, and I will tow it away, and I will go sell it to whoever else wants that truck, who's going to pay for it. And I'm going to sell it to them for cash money up front. Because let's be real, most people don't get a 2006 truck for a couple grand. They normally have to pay 8, 10, 12 grand for it. It's not easy to find. So
Yeah. No.
on that realistic
yeah.
level, I mean, everything in your head, if you're trying to make money, then you have to understand everything is a business transaction.
Mhm.
When let's be real, you take a girl out to dinner, it's a business transaction.
No, it is.
You're like,
No,
I'm not trying to say that somebody's selling something, but you're buying the dinner, you're
Yeah.
recording the meal,
No,
you're
that's
driving.
kinda-
this-
that's where I
is-
was going
This
at
is
with
what
that.
I told Alvin the other night.
Yeah.
We go across the store, right? And I got to get the organic butter, right? Reagan sends me to get the organic butter. I get the organic butter, and
Look
it's
at
like
that
it's
organic
like
butter.
$11, right?
$11 for
Crazy.
2 sticks of butter.
But Alvin goes, I would never pay that. Why would you buy that? And I said,
2
Alvin,
sticks.
you can't think about it. It was 4. No, it's 4. No, it was
Okay.
4.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
So it's a pound
I
of
said,
butter.
I said, you can't think about. I'm not buying organic butter, Alvin. I'm buying ass right now. If I don't buy this organic butter, I'm not shagging. I don't care about the butter. I'm paying $11 to shag. You can't think about it like you're buying the butter, man.
And I mean, it's literally,
Yeah.
that's the truth.
Yeah.
You're out here, like I said, these people have this whole Instagram wild lifestyle. And with the internet, it's gotten worse. 'Cause as being somebody who the internet was around when I was younger, let's be real, like MySpace was coming out when I was like hitting my teen years, okay? And we were on there, and everybody had their MySpace, but that's what you did in downtime. Like now, everybody lives their life vicariously through the internet. All right, they get on TikTok or they hop up on YouTube or they listen to a podcast that tells them you shouldn't eat non-organic butter, and now they're making entire life changes because they just found out that eating normal butter is horrible for some reason. Or vice versa, they found out that eating this, okay, let's be real. Organic grown food, you know what the major difference is? They don't use pesticides.
Yeah.
You-
They
you-
hope it don't get
no,
bugs.
No,
type
you,
of shit.
you realize they still use a pesticide, right? They use the world's strongest pesticide. It's nicotine. It's
Is that-
natural,
is that kinda
what
but
they
it's a
use? A
pesticide. Yeah, they
natural
spray it
pesticide?
with nicotine.
Okay.
That's what they do. That's the
Yeah.
difference. It's still a poison. It still kills whatever tries to eat it. But that's what they be doing.
Yeah.
So
you got any tips for success for anybody, any of our viewers before we end this one?
Make a plan.
Make a
Save-
plan.
Save as much money as you can.
Save that money.
So if you want to open a business and it's going to take you $20,000 to open that business, have double that in the bank account. Like double whatever the investment is, because let's be real, if it's lean the first couple months or first year or so and you're not making the money you need
Right.
to, you need to have
You're
this
gonna need
money to
that.
cover the bills.
little
Mhm.
safety net.
All right, make sure that it not only your bills but your business's bills.
Right.
So if like I said, if it's going to take you $25,000 to open that business, $50,000 is the minimum opening the door, and that's just so you're safe and you have that cushion. That way you're not losing sleep at night, worrying, stressing. How am I going to pay this bill? What about that? What about this? You have it there already. You don't want to use that unless it's needed.
Right.
But hopefully you have enough. And a lot of people will tell you that you should have 3 times what it takes. So if you should have 70,000.
I'm a risk taker, so I go with the 2 times.
I went as the risk taker when I opened my business, and it turned out well, knock on wood. But
Yeah.
on the real level, that would be my advice. Make sure you got the money in the bank first. And don't do loans. They murder
Alone.
the interest rate in the loans. Let's be real. If you
I use my last swear word on that.
yeah. if you went and took an interest rate out on a regular business loan, they could be anywhere from 5 to 7%, all the way up to
Like,
90%.
Well, I was gonna say I've seen like 18.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There was one business that actually went down, like that's in the same field as I am, and they literally took out a loan for $100,000, and they got that $100,000 to make their business better, and that loan took $185,000 to pay off. They would have been better off.
That's outrageous.
I mean, literally, they would have been better off not paying their taxes for 9 months and using that money as a loan to themselves, and then paying the minuscule amount of money that they
Yeah.
charge you for missing your taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, just saying.
But
But anyway, let's wrap this one up. Thanks for listening in, guys. Also, if you guys want to check us out on Spotify or any other places that we're at, and remember, we're monetized, so enjoy these horrible commercials like this one.